What if your personality is not just something you have? What if it is something your brain practices every day? The way you handle stress becomes a rehearsal. The people you seek become a training environment. The risks you avoid become a map in your nervous system. The routines you repeat become grooves in your brain. Not in one dramatic moment, not because one personality test labeled you forever, but quietly, over months and years, your brain adapts to the life your personality keeps choosing. This is how your personality type can physically reshape your brain, and why your type is not your destiny. First, a warning. Your brain is not a fixed personality prison. No single type locks your mind into one shape, but your personality creates patterns. Patterns of attention, stress, reward, and behavior. And the brain is a pattern learning machine. Through neuroplasticity, repeated experiences can change connections. The more often a circuit is used, the easier it becomes to use again. The less often a circuit is used, the more it can fade into the background. So personality does not reshape the brain like a hammer. It reshapes the brain like weather reshapes a path. Slowly, repeatedly, almost invisibly. In psychology, traits are often described through the big five: openness, conscientiousness, extroversion, agreeableness, and neuroticism. These are not boxes, they are tendencies that pull your daily behavior in certain directions, and daily behavior is what the brain keeps learning from. The first pattern is emotional reactivity. Some people feel danger faster than others. A small criticism feels like a personal attack. A late reply feels like rejection. An uncertain future feels like a threat. Over time, the brain starts scanning for danger before safety. This does not mean something is wrong with you. It means your nervous system has learned to protect you early. But constant protection has a cost. The threat system gets more practice than the calm system. Attention keeps returning to what could go wrong. Memory becomes biased toward emotional moments. The body prepares for problems that may never arrive. This is how a reactive personality can train a reactive brain. The way out is not forcing yourself to be fearless. It is giving your brain repeated experiences of safety. Pause before reacting. Breathe before assuming. Teach your brain that not every signal is an emergency. The second pattern is social energy. Extroverted people often get energy from stimulation and interaction. Introverted people often recover through quiet and lower stimulation. Neither brain is better. They simply learn from different rewards. If your best moments happen around people, your brain notices. Conversation, laughter, and attention can become rewarding cues. Your mind learns to scan the room for connection. But if your best clarity comes from solitude, your brain notices too. Quiet rooms, books, walks, and deep focus become rewarding cues. Over time, your attention follows what your personality finds nourishing. This can shape your social habits, your energy rhythms, and your mental focus. A social brain may become faster at reading group energy. A reflective brain may become stronger at internal observation. The danger is imbalance. Too much stimulation can drain you. Too much isolation can shrink your social confidence. A healthy brain learns when to connect and when to recover. The third pattern is conscientiousness. This is the trait of planning, discipline, follow-through, and order. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, your brain gets evidence. I can choose action before mood. I can delay comfort for a larger goal. I can build structure before chaos builds me. Long-term, this trains executive control. The brain gets better at stopping impulses. It gets better at switching from distraction to priority. It gets better at turning intentions into sequences. But discipline has a shadow side too. If structure becomes fear, the brain can become rigid. Every mistake feels dangerous. Every delay feels like failure. Healthy discipline does not punish the brain into obedience. It gives the brain a stable path to follow. The goal is not perfect control. The goal is reliable self-trust. The fourth pattern is openness. Open personalities seek novelty, ideas, art, questions, and possibilities. They ask, what else could this mean? They explore unusual connections. They challenge old categories. This gives the brain repeated practice with flexibility. New information becomes less threatening. Ambiguity becomes less uncomfortable. Imagination becomes a normal mental environment. Over time, curiosity trains the brain to move between perspectives. That can support creativity, learning, and problem solving. But openness has a shadow too. Too many possibilities can make decisions feel endless. The brain can become rich in options but poor in closure. So openness needs grounding. Explore widely, then choose clearly. Let curiosity open doors. Let discipline decide which door you actually walk through. The fifth pattern is empathy. Empathetic people often notice emotions quickly. They sense tension in a room. They want harmony before conflict grows. Over time, the brain gets practice reading social signals. Faces, tone shifts, and emotional needs become important data. This can create warmth, trust, and cooperation. But empathy without boundaries can reshape the brain in a painful way. You begin scanning for everyone else's discomfort before your own. Your nervous system treats other people's moods as your responsibility. You become skilled at peacekeeping but exhausted by self-abandonment. That's why kindness needs a boundary system. A healthy social brain can care without collapsing. It can listen without absorbing everything. It can help without disappearing. Empathy becomes strongest when it includes you too. Your brain learns that connection does not require self-erasure, and peace is not the same as people-pleasing. Here's the hidden part most people miss. Your personality does not only change your brain directly, it changes the environments you keep choosing. An anxious personality may choose certainty and avoid risk. A curious personality may choose novelty and learning. A disciplined personality may choose systems and goals. A social personality may choose social spaces. A sensitive personality may choose emotionally intense relationships. Then the environment trains the brain again. This creates a loop. Your type shapes your choices shape your environment shapes your brain, and your brain makes your type feel even more natural. So yes, personality can reshape the brain over time, not as a label, as a repeated pattern of attention, emotion, reward, and action. Reactive patterns train threat sensitivity. Social patterns train connection and recovery rhythms. Disciplined patterns train executive control. Open patterns train cognitive flexibility. Empathetic patterns train social awareness and boundaries. But the most important truth is this: if the brain can be shaped by repetition, it can be reshaped by new repetition. Your personality type is not a sentence. It is a starting point for conscious rewiring.
If you found this video helpful, please hit that subscribe button below so you never miss our next one. Understand your mind, upgrade your life. See you next time.